The next series I will be discussing is the Underhook Series. The underhook is one of the most effective control type positions there is. The first thing I want to cover is how to get into the underhook position. Okay, one of the first ways to get into this underhook position is just to come in when you're wrestling someone and just dig to the inside position. You notice, as I dig for my underhook, my elbows are in close to the sides of my body, and all you do is you reach out and you dig in to control the underhook position. Okay, that's one way to get into the underhook position. Another way to get into it is by reaching up, snapping the man's head. As his head starts to go down, you dig up for your underhook, like such. So it's done like this, like this. You can do that to either side. So if I did it to the other side, it would be here, and dig in for your underhook that way. So the first way is just digging for it. Keeping your arms in close to the sides of your body, and then working into your underhook position. The second way to get into it is by snapping his head. Okay, you come up, you pop his head down, and as you pop, again, elbow in close to the side of the body, you dig in that way. Another way to get into the underhook position is by taking a leg shot. Oftentimes, when you go for a single leg tackle, the opposition will counter by going into a whizzer position. Okay, I take my shot here, he goes into a whizzer, so as soon as he goes there, you look to come up immediately, and then you have your underhook. So there are three basic ways to get into the underhook position. Now, let's talk about how you control the underhook. That's very important. Okay, there's a couple ways that you can control this. The main thing you want to do is make sure that you have your head on the same side that you control the underhook on. Oftentimes, I'll see wrestlers with the head on this side. That will limit the number of ways that you can attack this man if your head is on the opposite side. So you want to have your head to the same side that you control the underhook on. The other thing you want to take a look at is how you control this man's shoulder. When you take it underhook, you want to make sure that you're above the shoulder joint, okay, as opposed to being right across the shoulder. If you can control him above the shoulder joint, you can have more control of your underhook, like such. Now, there's two ways that you can control it once you go above that joint. You can have your elbow in close to your body like this, and a lot depends on what type of technique you're getting ready to shoot. Or you can have this elbow out to the side like such. If you control this shoulder, you're going to find that it's pretty easy to lift your elbow up to clear a way so that you can take a shot on a leg or a different type shot. So, two ways to control it. Number one, make sure that you control it above the shoulder joint as opposed to right over his shoulder. Okay, from here, you can have your elbow in close. Now, in this situation, this would be good for an ankle pick. You're in nice and tight, you pull him in a circle, and you pull him right into a position so that you can hit your ankle pick. From the other position that you can hit this from, or other way that you can control this, is to take the elbow and lift it high, like such. Now from here, this is good for high crotches, duck unders, and singles. Because the elbow is already lifted high, now all you have to do is pop it up and work into a duck, single leg tackle, or a high crotch motion, like such. So again, let's run through that one more time. Make sure that your head is on the same side that you control the underhook on. That's real important. Control it above the shoulder joint. You can have your arm pressed in close like that. You know, this depends on what type of technique you're going to shoot. As I said before, this would be good for an ankle pick. Pull him in a circle. Now drive him across that ankle, take him to the mat. Or you can control it here and lift his elbow high, like such. And although he tries to get this thing back down, he's still going to have a problem here. This would be good for singles, high crotches, or duck unders. Now, let's talk about what direction we need to move in when we control that underhook position. If you control the underhook position, it's always better to move towards the front, this way, as opposed to moving away from the man and towards his inside leg. Reason being is one of the counters that the opposition can use is a fireman's carry. I'll show you what we're talking about. Now watch. If I start to move this way, he's in a perfect position to hit his fireman's carry. Okay, let's watch that again. You start moving this way. You pull him right into a position so that he can hit his fireman's carry. If we move towards the front this way, now he hits his fireman's carry. Right towards his back. So it's important, when you control this, it's better to move towards the front as opposed to moving away from him. There is one exception. When you hit your ankle pick, to set this man up for an ankle pick, it's always a good idea to start moving him in a direction so that he steps with the foot that you want to pick. So this is okay. Move him into your plan of attack, and then you can attack the ankle. Other than that, you want to try to control him by moving towards the front. Okay, moving towards the front. What you do with this other arm is also important. The main thing you want to try to do is keep it in close to your body. You can reach out and control his wrist. You may want to go into a bear hug position like such. Okay, you always want to keep it in a position where you can take your leg shots. Okay, knee picks, that way. But keep it in close to your body so that he can't attack this side of my body. For instance, say Rick hits an outside carry. I can use this arm to block and catch him in that position. So, let's just run through that very quickly again. Okay, control it above the shoulder joint. You could have it in close to your body like such, up high, hit to the same side that you control it on, move towards the front when you work on your pick. Move towards the front when you work on your underhook position. Okay, try to avoid moving in a circle away from him, unless you're going to hit your ankle pick. Keep the free hand in your lap position. It's okay to reach out and control this. However, make sure that you protect your body, protect your legs. You want to keep this arm in close to the sides of your body. Okay, from here, this opens it up for singles, high crotches, and ducks when you lift high. If it's in close, this is more of an ankle pick type position or setup position. Again, from here you pull him in, you hit your ankle pick. You pull him in, you hit your cross knee pick, like such.